Yo, you ever had those moments in life where you're on your shit? You're just like, damn, everything is working out for me, and then boom, life wants to smack you with the ebb on your path. And then all of a sudden you felt like you were the victor, but then you become the victim. What if I told you that the obstacles in your way are really here to teach you that the obstacle is the way? Listen, just know today what we're going to talk about is really going to help shine light on you understanding that the reason why the ebbs in our life have to take place because it's teaching us that the obstacle is the only way. What is good, beautiful beings? Welcome back, AwakenOne, another episode on Embrace of the Central Series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. Now, if I'm out of breath, don't mind. I just decided to go on a hike because I have so much shit in my mind. Listen, being a Capricorn, it's already tough as it is. We got the planet Saturn, Daddy Saturn. It's always on our ass, disciplining us, always making sure that we're aware of our actions because of our karma and knowing that we create our karma. And that's why I want to get into this video today. It's that the obstacle is the way. Now, I know that sounds weird, but I'll never forget. I believe this was like maybe 5 years ago. There was an audiobook I listened to called The Obstacle is the Right Way by Ryan Holiday. Very great book. If you want to listen to it, it's on Audible. But he talked about the greatest people alive that made history and how they got to where they got to. But today I want to share with you guys, it has nothing to do with success. It has absolutely, look at this beautiful ass view, by the way. Dry because it's desert, but beautiful as fuck. But today I don't want to just help you find a way to achieve success. I don't want you to only think about the outcome of what you're trying to gain. I don't want you to think about anything that you have to gain. The reason why I want to share with you that the obstacle is the way is because our circumstances are here to really show us that the only way to grow is to go through. You see, people always try to overcome hell, but yet they want to praise the beauties of heaven. Oh, where the fuck did that come from? I take that in consideration. But what I mean by that is that when the good times are flowing, that's when we're fully present. But when the worst times, as in things that give us a setback, start to show up on our path, we all of a sudden want to become a victim of it. And then that's really fucking dope. Like that one-wheel skateboard, that's pretty fucking dope. But as I was saying, we want to be present for the good moments, but we want to blame when the bad moments hit. And the thing is, you guys, we gotta understand. Of course, we know true growth comes from the worst moments in our lives. But the reason why the obstacle is the way, because you gotta understand what is it that you're still unconscious of that is your own bullshit. Because the reason why obstacles show up on our path is because it's testing us to see, have we really learned the lesson, but have we really grown in order to apply that lesson? Because a majority of us, we don't know that we subconsciously bypass our own bullshit to the point that we think our intentions are good, but are we really benefiting the environments? Are we benefiting other people? Are we benefiting the world? Are we only benefiting ourselves? This is where we could get sidetracked in thinking that we're on the right path, we're doing the right things, but really you're probably just feeding your ego. And then when you feel like you've healed from something, when you feel like you've achieved something, and when something just smacks you in the face out of nowhere, you'd be like, yo, God, why'd you do this? Universe, why'd you do this? I don't deserve this. What, fuck? You're quick to want to start blaming people, things, places. But the whole reason why the obstacle is the way is because you have to realize that the only obstacle in your way is you. And when you start realizing that things that are going good in your life, just know, new levels, new devils. There's always going to be a piece of you that you need to see that is causing the setbacks and holding yourself back. Oh my God, I got boogies, but it's so warm out. I don't know what it is. But I'm enjoying this hike, and I'm enjoying doing this video. So that's all that matters. But the whole goal that I want you to take out of this video is understanding that when things unexpected hit your life, smack you in the face, like, what the fuck is this shit? Maybe you got hit with a job loss. Maybe you end up getting evicted. Maybe you were drinking so much, and you always drink and drive, but all of a sudden you got caught this one time. Or maybe it's that you had that breakup, and you allowed that to define your worth. You weren't expecting anything. You weren't expecting nothing. And also when the thing hits, it's like that I was seeking abundance, and all of a sudden, it's like something wants to make me a victim again. But what if I told you that sudden unexpected smack that has hit your path is here to really show you, have you really grown? Have you really seen your potential? Because the only reason why we get smacked with ebbs on our flow is because the universe is trying to test us. To say, are you ready? Are you really prepared for what you asked for? Are you really prepared for what it is that you are asking for me to give to you? Because the way the universe works, the universe is very simple, you guys. Very, very fucking simple. It's so simple to the... Hold on, you guys. It's so simple to the point that all the universe does, it's so decisive, like a yes or no. That's how simple it is. Yes or no. So if you're telling the universe, I want a relationship, I want this income, what's the universe gonna say? Yeah, you do. Yeah. And pretty much what it's telling you is that, yeah, you want it. So I'm gonna give you more of what you want. Not hand it to you, but give you that vibrational energy of lack of wanting. But when you're in the state of saying, even though this has happened to me, I will rise. The universe is like, yes, you will, and it will assist you. But if you're in the down, if you're in the depths, if you're pessimistic, and you're blaming the world, all you're really telling the universe is like, yeah, I'm in this. And the universe is like, yeah, you're in that. There you go. This world does not punish us. God, the universe, divine, never punishes us. We're the only ones punishing ourselves. And you have to understand that the obstacles in your way is actually your soul chose these hardships because it knew you could overcome it. So it's just a matter of changing not just your mindset, your perspective, but changing your emotional intelligence to start vibrating at a level of someone who feels that no matter what is thrown at you, not only that you can overcome it, but it was meant for you to be the one, to be the example that has gone through it. And I like the saying too, that is, the only way to overcome hell is to go through it. It's so fucking true. You can never leap over anything until you go through it. You can never overcome anything until you get through it. You know, there's a lot of deaths that's happened in my life. And something recent happened in my own home where I know I need to move out. It's that time. It's that time. But I started to realize, I remember the old Brittany would just like blame and be like, why is the world happening? Why is the world acting the way that it is towards me? But this time, this new Brittany, the one who is starting to see the power behind taking responsibility, is that you can't seek a better, abundant, more bright, vibrant life if you're still a victim to the circumstances that are going to get you to that next level of life. You see what I'm saying? So it's important to understand that you know you're getting close to what you want when you start taking obstacles as not just a challenge, but as an opportunity. And a lot of people don't have optimism. I gotta be real. You know, I was having a talk with one of my great friends today, actually, and she was like, Britt, I wish I could just keep you in my pocket because you're just so fucking positive. And I tell her, yo, it's not that I'm positive. It's just that I choose to see the good in everything of life, not because life is good. Smacked her in the face when I said that shit. But it's true. Because You know, not a lot of people have optimism. But the thing is, your love for self and the love for your dreams has to be more powerful than the pain that you hold and define yourself by. So I started to realize on my journey that anytime I'm smacked with something, I choose to take responsibility for it. Not in a way where it was my fault. Majority of the time it is your fault, because no one is putting you in your circumstances but you. But sometimes we're unconscious of this, and that's the obstacle we have to face, is what we are unconscious of within ourselves that's keeping a hold on us, that's creating the stagnation that we're facing. So I realized on my journey, anytime I'm smacked with the obstacle, I choose to take accountability for it. Because what happens when you take accountability for shit? What happens when you want things to go your way? Shit gets done. You find a fucking way. But what happens when you're a victim to your circumstance? Like for me, I didn't see a way. I didn't want to find a way. 10, 10, 10 as I say this. I got my throat looking dry. But, you guys, as I share this with you today, no matter what has happened in your life, I want you to know the obstacle is here because you are meant to go through it. You're meant to go through that grieving process if you lost someone. You're meant to go through that disappointment if you put a lot of trust and faith in a career or a certain business, you know? You're meant to face those heartaches where you thought something was going to go your way, but it didn't. You're meant to face those. Because the obstacle is the only way for you to start seeing new perspectives. No one ever grows when they get everything they want. Why do you think God doesn't give us everything we want? How the fuck will we grow, and how the fuck will we appreciate it? I started to realize I'm so humble when I at least have $5 in my bank account, when most people will complain that they don't have enough. I'm humble because I've been through the depths where I didn't have nothing. Literally nothing. Not even a penny, not nothing, but I praise and I give thanks to that $5 because I know it's going to accumulate more for me. I keep getting called back to people who have a hard time being optimistic, and people who have gone through trauma, very, very immense trauma, that you lost trust and faith within yourself. I've been there and I still have those moments. But the thing I want to share with you is that if you have gone through so much fucking shit so far, not only what makes you think you don't have the power to overcome anything, but mostly I want you to really, really get this, really listen to this. If you've been through so much shit so far, don't you think there's a purpose and a reward behind all the shit that you've been through? Of course there fucking is. But it all starts with, are you willing to start changing your life by start changing how you see things? Because things can't change until you start to change the way you see things. I think Wayne Dyer said that. He said, if you want things to start changing the way you see things. Meaning that if I look at this bush right now, I could see the stems sticking up properly. But if I tilt my head, it looks like they're tilted to the side. You get what I'm saying? I know this sounds like a weird ass analogy, but hear me out when I say this. When you start changing the diaphragm, the angle of how you perceive life, things are going to start changing, because how you change the way you see things, your mind starts to change, your perspective starts to change, your emotional intelligence starts to change, and the way you move starts to change. The whole point of what I'm sharing with you is that start being optimistic about the obstacles that are in your fucking way. Even if you need to cry, even if your heart is broken, even if you feel like you want to give up, you want to fail, you want to opt out. Trust me, guys, I've been through it. Through these moments, you will honor the fucking warrior heart that you have. And you will start to realize that all the shit you've been through, not a lot of people will be able to stomach. And that's something that you should honor. And I know you may say, why should I honor the fact that I failed and I lost my apartment, and you know, that relationship I thought was going to be by my side is not by my side, and the fact that I lost this job, and the fact that, you know, I wasn't smart with my money. You guys, I've been through it all. Stupid with my money, evicted from an apartment, lost a relationship I had dearly loved because of my stupidity and my arrogance. But I started to realize the more that I face these obstacles, the more I'm gaining power and mastery over my life, to the point that no matter what comes my way, I can change the trajectory of how things are going to come to me, how things are going to be perceived, and how I want the universe to work with me. So just know, you guys, the obstacle is always the way. It's always the way. It's just a matter of, are you willing to see the good in the ebbs and the flow? Or are you still going to stay in that pessimistic state of mind where you're only going to see the diversions of good or bad? Because when we label things, our beliefs shape that. So instead of seeing the good as just good and the bad as just bad, see the good within fucking everything. And I guarantee you, shit is going to start getting good. It has to get good. Things are the way that they are is because of how you perceive life already. Your outer reality is just a reflection of your inner reality. I know a lot of people say this, but a lot of people don't understand that. It is true. Your outer reality is a representation of your inner reality. Before I leave you guys, I want to leave you with an example. Last year, I quit my job and I started my business. And I thought it would boom. But it didn't. And the reason why it didn't, because I didn't feel grounded or stable financially and physically and home life. But you know what I did? I did the inner work, and I kept showing up, and I kept revamping, and I kept going. Didn't get that much impact. But when this year hit, I had to be honest with myself. I do need to get a job. Nothing wrong. The fact that we have the government and there's so many jobs out here, take the opportunity, man. It can help you take that money to learn to invest in yourself. And guess what? I did get a great job on the spot. Within 3 weeks of working there, I got a fucking raise. I got promoted. But I'm not worried about the job. But when I get out of work, boy, do I go ham on my YouTube channel. Do I go ham on my readings? Do I go ham on making sure I'm showing up for the collective? I do. And I've been getting a lot of feedback from that. All because I'm changing my perspective on life. And everything that I desire starts with me. Changing my vibration. Not reacting the way that I ever reacted. And not thinking the way I used to think. You gotta love yourself enough to be optimistic about the obstacles by first realizing, is your happiness a priority, or your belief in misery has to be priority because everyone else is believing in that? I'm cutting it through. I'm cutting it there. Well, you guys, that's what I want to share with you as I'm enjoying this beautiful house hike. That's what I wanted to share with you guys, is that no matter what's going on in your path, I wouldn't say, oh, a butterfly. I wouldn't say you're really being tested. It's more like you being shown. Is this what you want to continue? And a lot of us think we don't have power to change, or change is hard. Change is not hard. It's only hard because you don't want to change. It's only hard because you're comfortable in not changing. And it's only hard because you don't believe that you have the power to create good things in your life. Lastly, it's because you believe you don't deserve those good things. So, whatever is hitting you right now in your life, what is the good that you can find out of it? And I don't give a fuck of how bad it is. I don't. Where's the good in it? Force yourself to see the good. And I don't mean that in the way where deny how you feel. Cry if you need to cry. You know, throw sun, you need to throw sun. Express what you feel, but force yourself to see the best. Because when you start pushing yourself, you start challenging yourself. When you start challenging yourself, you start realizing, I'm more powerful than this shit. That's it. So you guys, that's all I want to let you guys know. Thank you for being here with me, if you watch with me and enjoying this hike with me, blah, blah, blah. Other than that, you guys, I just want you to know, stop holding on to the burdens of the old when it's not serving the new you that you're trying to be. It's not about fighting the old, it's about focusing on the new. If you love yourself enough to choose happy, if you love yourself enough, no. If you like misery so much that you choose suffering, love yourself enough to start choosing happiness, because that is our world power. We can put our energy towards anything, but it's just a matter of what do you choose, and you got to get clear on what the fuck you want. Once you know what the fuck you want, nothing can stray you from that. So other than that, beautiful beings, that's all I want to share with you. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until then, I'll see you in the next one.